Tara is a PM at a healthcare startup. She's shipping a care coordination agent. Week 1. A patient says, I have been getting some chest pain in the evenings. The agent acknowledges it and logs the note. The demo looks great. Week 3. The same patient comes back. Should I be worried about that pain again? The agent replies, what pain? The patient is gone by the end of the week. The agent did not have a bug. It did not have a memory. By default, an agent forgets everything the moment a turn ends. If you want continuity, you have to build it. Here is the way to think about it. Picture a detective working a long case. The detective is using three surfaces at the same time. In their hands, the latest piece of evidence, the witness statement they are reading right now. On the desk, a notepad full of running clues, names, timelines, half formed theories from this case. Behind them, a filing cabinet, folders from every case they have ever worked, indexed and labeled. Each surface does a different job. The hands hold what is happening this second. The notepad tracks what is happening this case. The archive remembers what happened before. Take any one of them away and the case stalls. An agent is the same. Three memory surfaces, each doing a different job. Most demos only show you the hands. Surface 1. The hands. For an agent, the hands are the context window. It is everything the model can see in the current call. The system prompt, the user message, the recent turns, the tool outputs from a moment ago. Tara's care agent sees the patient's latest message and the last few replies. That is it. The context window has a token budget, maybe 200,000 tokens on a big model, maybe 8,000 on a small one. When the conversation gets longer than the budget, the older turns fall off the front. They are gone. Fast to read, free to use. But the second the conversation ends or the budget overflows, everything in the hands disappears. If your only memory is the context window, your agent has the memory of a goldfish. 3 weeks later, what pain? Surface 2. The notepad. Inside one task, the agent writes things down between steps. This is the scratchpad. Watch Tara's agent handle one patient request. The patient asks, can you book my follow up and refill my prescription? Step 1. The agent writes a note. Need to do two things, booking, refill. It calls the calendar tool. The booking goes through. It updates the notepad. Booking done, still need refill. It calls the pharmacy tool. The refill goes through. It updates the notepad again. Both done, ready to confirm. That note is the working memory. It survives across loop iterations inside the same task. Without it, the agent forgets what it has already done and books the same appointment 4 times. How do you build it? The simplest version is a JSON object the agent reads and writes on every turn. A field called notes inside the prompt. A more structured version is something like LangGraph state, where each node updates a shared state object. Same idea. The agent has a place to keep its work in progress.
Enjoying this? Subscribe to Skill Agents AI for more videos like this one.
Surface 3. The archive. Anything older than the current task does not belong in the hands or the notepad. It belongs in the filing cabinet. For an agent, the cabinet is a vector store. At the end of each conversation, Tara's agent takes the important parts, the diagnosis the patient mentioned, the medications, the follow up dates. It writes a short summary, converts the summary into an embedding, and stores it in a vector database with a tag for that patient. 3 weeks later, the patient says, should I be worried about that pain again? Before replying, the agent searches the archive. Patient ID, query, chest pain. The vector database returns the week 1 note. Patient reported intermittent chest pain in the evenings. recommended monitoring. That note flows back into the context window. Now the agent has continuity. Yes, you mentioned chest pain 3 weeks ago. Has the timing changed? If you have watched the RAG videos earlier in this playlist, this is the same machinery. Embed, store, retrieve. The deep dive on chunking, retrieval, and re ranking lives in those videos. Here, the point is just that the archive is one of the three surfaces. Without it, the agent starts every conversation from zero. Now, put the three surfaces in motion. Every loop step does the same thing. The agent reads the user's latest message, it searches the archive for anything relevant, and pulls a few notes back. Those notes go into the context window. It reads the scratchpad to see what has already happened in this task. The scratchpad goes into the context window too. The model produces the next action. The action runs. The agent updates the scratchpad with what changed. At the end of the task, the relevant parts of the scratchpad get summarized and pushed into the archive. Archive flows into context. Context produces an action. Action updates the scratchpad. Scratchpad eventually flows into the archive. That loop every turn. Tara's job as the PM is not to write the model. It is to design what flows where, what gets summarized, what gets stored, what gets retrieved, how long the scratchpad lives. Memory is a product decision, not a model feature. Agents do not have memory by default, you build it in 3 layers, or your demo dies on day 3. That is one metaphor down. 9 more in this playlist take you from prompts to agents. Subscribe to Skill Agents AI so you do not miss them.